and welcome to another edition of the Jungle News. I'm Paul Kaufman.
And I'm Jessie Boy. The West Liberty-Salem boys and girls basketball teams recently wrapped up their seasons. The girls team went 17-6 overall for the season and went through 3 rounds of postseason tournaments, losing to Waynesville. Leading players for the girls were Selena Weaver and Emily Holler. The boys team went 18-6 and went into 2 rounds of tournaments, losing to Brookville. Holden Neese and Matthew Laughing were the top scorers of this season.
Lori Vallow, the mother of 2 Idaho children, Joshua Vallow and Tylee Ryan, have been spotted in Hawaii with her husband, but without the children who have been missing since September. Vallow failed to meet her court-ordered deadline to produce the children by January 30th and is now being held at $5 million bail. Vallow is alleged to be in religious cults, believing herself to be a goddess.
And now it's time
for 5 or 6 baritone solos in the key of E.
But now for another of our special features.
Should have tried E flat.
Some say Alex Burton, but
yeah.
Is he getting hurt?
Maybe Monty. That's about it.
Freshman, sophomore.
Probably us. That's not like we know what to. Yeah, but come on now. Are we really athletes?
Sophomore's pretty bad.
Yeah, sophomores. Abraham Logan. Yikes,
dude.
Awful. I mean, they're terrible. What athletic ability to do that?
No hope. No future.
I still have nightmares about Gabe Jones, dude. You're sweating.
No, I haven't seen someone that unathletic since like 4th grade, honestly, and she wasn't this.
Nothing could be worse than the class that graduated before us.
Oh my!
We intimidate the other team when they walk in.
Class of 2019 is the worst.
I got my ankles broken by Willard. It was a rough day.
Stand by the door like Connor Smith. Start barking like Rosedale.
What does he play? He plays football and baseball, I think. And he quit basketball.
We don't lose. We did.
My dad's like,
isn't he whiny?
Like, oh, why is Ethan not playing? Oh my God!
No, he's good at football. He's so good at football.
He is good at football.
Bonfires. You know, we get in the locker room, play some music really loud.
Me and Larson cuddle. Trap. Always.
What?
21 Savage. Trap music.
How much money you got?
A lot.
There was one time. Did you ever play a varsity game?
Oh, I don't think I did. Crazy weather.
I usually wear the same underwear. I do too, actually.
Dancing in the locker room.
Yeah. Sometimes naked.
Most time naked. That's ridiculous.
Terry Woodruff made us a whole crock pot of taco meat. That was really good.
That was phenomenal.
You got bugs. You got asthma.
Fajitas de la Casa.
Yeah, that's a phenomenal time. That is a phenomenal time.
You know, little pomp, stuff.
Just everything, bro.
Meat mill.
Onions, green peppers.
So take off all your clothes. I am getting so hot. I want to take my clothes off.
And you get rice and beans, some sour cream, guacamole. Wow.
Yeah, it was pretty good. It was pretty nice. I was on second base right next to him. It was a good time.
Incapacitated for large.
Like what would it have?
Hamburgers.
There's many photos of me getting folded in half in many JV games, so that's pretty embarrassing.
Nope, it would just be plain cheeseburgers and fries. That's it. There's one thing on the menu.
Give me back my weasel and snowballs in the face.
$6.69 a piece.
You have drinks there?
Oh, it's hot.
You good?
Okay, guys, thank you
very much. It is rock.
Breaking news today, a viral outbreak causes panic across the city.
On March 7th, West Liberty-Salem hosted the annual invitational competition for the high school and middle school Science Olympiad teams. There are 48 other teams competing in 26 different events. Science Olympiad is a school activity that sparks interest in STEM fields. There are 18 students on the high school team.
The United States and the Taliban signed an agreement on February 29th to end the 18-year war in Afghanistan. This agreement was signed in Qatar, with the United States agreeing to reduce the number of troops in the country from around 12,000 to 8,600 soldiers. There will also be a temporary reduction in violence because of this agreement. U.S. officials have stressed protecting women's rights in Afghanistan, but the issue is most likely to be discussed during intra-Afghan talks. Hey Jesse, do you have any bloody good puns?
No, to say I do would be vain.
Well, let's hope this next story doesn't have any typos. Here's Michael Farquharson with the story.
The National Honor Society held their annual blood drive on February 28th this year. It was originally scheduled for the 7th, but got pushed back due to a cancellation. Even though Jessie Boy had a fear of needles, she donated blood.
If you want to donate, you definitely should do it. It doesn't hurt as bad as you think it would. You get cookies afterwards, and you get to get out of class for a couple hours.
After donating blood, donors are required to drink a bottle of water and eat some snacks to keep their blood sugar and energy up. Since Hannah Bowman is in track, she couldn't give blood this year, but she decided to help out anyways.
Well, I was involved in NHS, so I just thought I'd help out and get some community service hours.
The blood drive is put on by the NHS and is a good way for members to get their required service hours. Mrs. Neer thought the blood drive went really smooth, despite having a 2-hour delay this year.
Our turnout was pretty good. We had to reschedule already once from February, so when the new sports season came in, we did lose quite a few. But with the 2-hour delay, it ended up working out all right, because otherwise some students still wouldn't have been able to donate, even if we had a full schedule.
25 donors turned out this year, being able to potentially reach 75 lives with their blood. Donors had an age and weight requirement and a questionnaire to fill out before being able to safely donate a pound of blood. Oh, and when donating blood for a blood drive, remember to be positive or your experience might be negative. This is Michael Farquharson reporting for the Jungle News.
There have been 6 fatal cases of COVID-19 or Wuhan coronavirus in the United States. 4 of the people who died were residents of the Life Care Center in Seattle, Washington. A recent surge of cases has prompted new travel restrictions, school closures, and emergency declarations. 24 new cases were reported in the last month. People who have potentially been exposed to the disease are being monitored for an elevated temperature, cough, and shortness of breath.
The high school and middle school bands performed a concert in the high school gymnasium on March 10th to showcase their collective skill. The middle school performed 3 songs, and the high school performed 4. Some of the favorites from the high school band were Voyage to the Edge of the World and Voice of America. Trying to keep up with the latest fashion trends, but I keep getting dress coded.
Really? Maybe thrifting will help with that issue.
Yeah, you right. Here's Peyton Orhood with the story.
During the 2019-2020 school year, there has been a lot of new and exciting fashion trends, demonstrated by some teachers and students, but there is a lot of old fashion trends influenced by social media making a comeback. Miss Haney, who takes a lot of pride in her style, has noticed new fashion trends in the 2019-2020 school year.
Last year and a half, the whole mom jean things have come in. Dad shoes have come in. So like the big, white, kind of thicker heel tennis shoes.
Trends such as band tees, mom jeans, Vans, and oversized t-shirts, along with many other styles, are in right now. Sophomore Aubrey Williams says she enjoys picking out outfits that express herself. Here she explains her process of finding the perfect outfit.
Either know what I'm wearing in the morning, or I have no idea and I'll just throw something together. But on the mornings where I have no clue, it's pretty stressful to try and find something to wear.
Senior Gavin Harrison, who won Best Dress, talks about how he decided to take more pride in his choice of fashion.
I started caring how I dress senior year because I felt I should look good since I don't want to be here and bring up my mood. It hasn't worked.
Senior Holden Neese talks about his advice to people who want to care more about their outfits and appearance.
My advice to people that want to dress better would probably just be, it doesn't matter what you wear, just be confident in what you wear, and that's all that matters.
Some students have taken a liking to finding their clothes at thrift stores. This is because old clothes are making a comeback. Students can find old clothes at thrift stores for cheap prices. Senior Lily Keller talks to us about how she enjoys thrifting and where she thrifts at.
Thrift shopping has become a lot more popular, probably because of Visco, because that kind of spiked over the summer. A lot of people started using it. And I personally thrift shop anywhere. I shop MCC in West Liberty. I've been going there since I was little.
Items such as crop tops, holes above the knees, and spaghetti straps clash with the student dress code.
It seems as if the trends of the 90s have made a comeback. This has been Peyton Orhood reporting for the Jungle News.
Are you tired of constantly getting beat up?
If so, get you a great big tough guy, Big Boy Bodyguard.
On Friday, March 20th, the West Liberty-Salem High School students are performing the annual spring musical. The musical is sponsored by the high school music department. This year's musical is called Seven Brides for Seven Brothers. The musical will hold 3 shows in the high school cafetorium, with 1 on Friday and 2 on the following Saturday. Do you ever wonder what happens behind the scenes?
What scenes?
The Jungle News, of course. What do we do when the cameras aren't on? Here's Aaliyah Speart with the story.
This year's broadcasting class has consisted of working hard and putting forth a group effort. With 22 people, we have completed a total of 5 Jungle News productions and numerous projects. Senior Sierra Brown feels she's earning an easy A.
I enjoy how it's like a second study hall most days. Just chill and have a good time. Don't really do anything, and then when we do stuff, it's not hard.
The production process includes filming and thought-out schedules completed between group members. Even when it's hard to focus, we always seem to get our projects done. Mr. Linksweiler looks forward to seeing his students every day.
I'd say the personalities are what I enjoy the most. I always enjoy every day coming to school to see who actually shows up. Most of the time, Bexley's not here. I also enjoy Sierra. She's such a sweetheart.
This class has made friendships that are stronger and much weirder through very creative projects. Breakfast time is much needed to get most of us up and running, or it can be downhill from there. Link stays calm and cool for the most part, until that one time when his candy stash was found. Peyton Orhood has her own opinion on dealing with Lynx on the daily.
I don't enjoy when Lynx has an attitude and when he takes it out on me.
Peyton Orhood is always ready to throw hands with whoever has an attitude for the day. Props are always the highlight when preparing to film. When we're having a bad day, this class is always something to look forward to for many reasons.
Every day there's something new going on in broadcasting. This has been Aaliyah Speart reporting for the Jungle News.
This is a message from your local law enforcement. Just want to let you guys know to stay safe out there, be hygienic, and be careful in these times.
No way.
No,
For a
no.
uniform? Red and blue?
And white, because black and white.
Be close. Closest drag us down.
I like the orange jerseys and the black pants. I think those like the best.
Black and like a teal. I'm just not a big orange guy.
Afternoon skirts. Yeah.
In some areas, it's just way too tight.
Red and blue, I don't really like that combination.
Which one? I like the soccer uniforms. You're just horrendous. Like, naked.
I don't know. Something swaggy though.
Our school has good colors.
If you look bad in blue and white, like, you got problems. Yeah, like.
Big belt
It's just
buckle
a thing.
too.
A denim thing.
What would you
back.
wear for the hat? The spinner hat, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I had to roll mine 3 times.
Me too.
And then for the shoes, we're just wearing like Tim's.
If you get the wrong person in a wrestling singlet, it can be a really bad situation.
Well, I mean, like, I obviously wasn't.
Because if they wore like the socks and their cleats, and then the leotards, it would look silly.
Okay, but.
Lose every game, but we look cool.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Baseball. Okay.
I'm really hot.
No, okay.
You don't, but.
I had Chipotle last night. They're good.
Yeah. Are we like being like. Talk about scary
Not airline food, because like, what's the deal with airline food?
My toenail fell off last week.
Tired of you guys talking.
I think I would probably be a slice of bread.
Actually, part of mine did.
Mad because they lost. They're like, y'all cheaters. We're like, oh. I would make myself invisible, and then I'd go watch people.
Literally, I remember we were sitting in a circle, then she'd turn around.
You know that feeling when you like have a latex glove on and then you take it off and it's just like all sweaty and slimy?
I would take my wand and just.
I did this because I didn't know where State Park was supposed to say. Seriously, Sierra. I was like, okay, like I'm done.
Thanks for tuning in to another edition of the Jungle News. I'm Jesse.
And I'm Paul.
So, what are you going to do over spring break?
I'm going to Italy.